Have y'all noticed that some people don't use their cell phones in public anymore? No, you have not. Because they don't just use it, they perform with it. They don't just make a phone call, they conduct an entire podcast that nobody else subscribed to. And no, they can't just watch a video. They open up a one-man theater right there in the middle of Wally World. And don't get me started on FaceTiming privately. That stopped a long time ago. They walk around holding the dang phone 6 inches away from their face. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about. Letting everybody in the produce section watch their family reunion. I don't know when this became normal, but some time back, people stopped using their cell phones as personal devices and started using them as community loudspeakers. So apparently, this needs to be said. Nobody wants to hear your phone. Nobody. Not me, not him, not her, not them, they, we, those, that one or this one. Now, before someone comes down in the comment section and says, well, you could just ignore it. Let me explain something to you, Cupcake. You cannot ignore a phone on full volume in public. Try it. Just try it. That thing cuts through the air like a smoke alarm with emotional issues. You could be standing 40 feet away, minding your own business, and you suddenly hear, girl, I told you he won't no good. Well, now I'm involved. I didn't ask to be involved, but here we are. Did he cheat? Did he lie? Did he bring the car back with no gas in it? You can't drop half of a story in public for everybody to hear it and not expect someone like me to mentally pull up a chair. And if you're going to turn aisle 7 into an episode of Divorce Court, at least you can give us the entire plot. And speakerphone people, they always talk louder than necessary. I mean, the phone is already amplifying the conversation. That's the entire point. But they still hold the phone 6 inches away from their face and yell into it like they're trying to get the cattle to come home. Can you hear me? Ma'am, people in the next county can hear you. You know, the person on the other end, they might not be able to hear you, but everybody in South Carolina, they all know now that your cousin owes you $80, some Newports, and a pint of Hennessy. And then there are the folks who put the phone on speaker in the middle of a restaurant. Damn you. A restaurant is already noisy enough. You've got dishes clanking, people talking, and children negotiating hostage terms over their corn dog. And then somebody decides to add a speakerphone conversation to this wonderful, beautiful, already somber atmosphere. Now we got a man over at table 12. He's discussing his medical test results loud enough for deaf people to hear him. Sir, I was trying to enjoy my meatloaf. Nobody wants to hear what the doctor found in your rectum. That information is to stay between you, your physician, and Jesus. And some people, they discuss business so personal that I feel like I have to sign a non-disclosure agreement before I walk out the store. Then they look around at everybody else like they're being nosy. No ma'am, you brought the family meeting into the Dollar General. We didn't eavesdrop, you broadcast it. Then we have the public video watchers, my favorite. These are the people that sit in waiting rooms and they play TikTok and Facebook Reels and YouTube Shorts and videos of somebody pressure washing a driveway or cutting the grass at full volume. No headphones, no shame. And those videos are never calm. It's never a quiet documentary about butterflies. It's always somebody screaming, a baby laughing, dogs barking, a robotic voice reading captions, and 3 different sound effects that go off every 4 seconds. Ding, boom, oh no. Then the video starts over. Ding, boom, oh no. And they watch it 6 cotton-picking times. And by the 3rd replay, I know the video better than they do. I know when that dog is going to fall off that couch. I know when the woman's going to scream. I even know when the words, wait for it, is going to appear. Well, I have waited for it, and it was not worth it. Use headphones. And headphones, they ain't just for music, y'all. They are a peace treaty between you and everybody else in society. And using headphones says, I would like to hear this, but I completely understand that nobody else volunteered. Now somebody's going to say, well, I forgot my headphones. Well, then forget the dang video too. There's consequences in life. If I forget my fork, I don't take my spaghetti and pour it in my hands and eat it like a monkey. I wait until I get a doggone fork. And if you forget your headphones, then maybe the universe is telling you that you don't have any business watching a man dancing in a chicken costume while you're sitting in the dentist's office waiting room. And FaceTime in public, oh, That's a whole different level of dumbassery. People walk around holding their phone like this on the bottom of their chin, giving other people a clear view straight up their nasty booger-infested nose holes. Guess what? Nobody looks good from that angle there, sweet cheeks. You could be the best looking person on the planet, and that angle, it'll make you look like you're being interviewed by a security camera inside of a birdhouse. And while they're walking around like this, they're showing everybody else behind them too. I didn't agree to that. I don't even know Quantifa. Why me? Why am I part of the call? Now I got to straighten up and try to act right because I got some stranger watching me through another person's phone. That's too much dang pressure for me, y'all. And FaceTime people, they don't watch where they're going either. They drift around the store like little lost satellites. They stop in the middle of an aisle and block the entire thing while talking about nothing. Where you at?
I'm at the store.
What you doing?
Just shopping.
What you getting?
I don't know yet.
That conversation could have been a text. Honestly, it could have just been nothing. Whew! And don't get me started on the folks that stay on their phone while they're checking out at the cash register. The cashier's trying to ask them, ma'am, do you have a rewards number? And the customer's on the phone like this and they put their finger up like, hold on a minute. Like the cashier's interrupting their meeting with the president. No, the cashier did not interrupt you. You walked into the cashier's workspace while talking to someone else. There used to be a basic rule. When another person is helping you, you acknowledge that person. You look at them, speak to them, and you say thank you. But no, now people stay on the phone through the entire transaction, grab their bag, and walk away like groceries were delivered by an invisible human. And then they complain that customer service isn't what it used to be. And my thought process, well, maybe customer behavior isn't what it used to be. You know, respect, it works both ways. And I think that's probably where the real problem is. The phone itself is not really the issue. Phones are useful. I use mine all the doggone time. The problem is that some people forget the rest of us exist when the screen turns on. They enter their own little world, and everybody nearby is furniture. We're just chairs, shelves, and decorative plants standing around while they are conducting their business. Public space means shared space. Nobody expects silence, but there's a difference between using your phone and forcing everybody else to use it with you. And before anybody thinks that this is just an older person complaining about younger people, no. I've seen people of all ages doing this. Some of the loudest speakerphone conversations I have heard come from people who know what it is to have a phone mounted to a wall. And back then, you stretched a cord 20 feet around the corner to have privacy. Now we can take a private phone call anywhere, and people will put it on speakerphone beside the frozen pea section. We've gone backwards, y'all. Technology got smarter, but human behavior got dumber. So here's my proposal. We need simple phone manners. That's all. Nothing complicated. If your phone is louder than the people around you, turn it down. If you're watching a video, wear headphones, earbuds, some kind of ear device. And if you're discussing personal business, please take it off speakerphone. If you're FaceTiming, get the heck out of the walkway, please. And if you're standing in front of a cashier, pause the call and please acknowledge the person who is helping you. That's all. We don't need to create a new law. We don't need to create a government agency called the Department of Public Phone Foolishness. Although, I think I would apply for that job. I'd walk around with a badge and a sound meter. And then the second I heard a phone get too loud, I'd appear from behind a display of paper towels or something. Sir, I'm gonna need you to turn that down. Your first offense, you get a warning. Your second offense, we make it mandatory that you wear your headphones. Your third offense, we're gonna take your smartphone away from you and we'll give you a flip phone that only costs 3 people. And it ain't got no speaker. You want entertainment? Play Snake. If you know, you know. Look, I know this is petty and it's not the biggest problem in the world. I get it. But don't y'all think little things matter too? I mean, courtesy is made up of little things. Holding the door, saying thank you, waiting your turn, cleaning up after yourself, those types of little things. And turning off your speakerphone. And you gotta remember that people around you, they didn't ask to participate in whatever is happening on your screen. And the older I get, the more I realize that respect is mostly about awareness. It's noticing other people. It's understanding that your own convenience should not automatically become anyone else's inconvenience. That used to be common sense. Now it feels like advanced training. So the next time that you're in a waiting room and you feel the urge to play a video at full volume, ask yourself one simple question. Does anyone else here need to hear this? And unless that video contains emergency evacuation instructions, the answer is probably going to be no. Put in some doggone headphones. Take it off speaker. Lower your voice. Because y'all, I promise you, nobody wants to hear your phone. Thank y'all for watching. And if you're new here, my name is Jason. If you would, I'd appreciate it if you like and share the video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this content. And I will see you on the next video.